Oh, you're fun in here. I know what I started. Oh, yeah, it's hot in here. Me too. I don't know. My hair was dry. Was it the bathroom? Maybe your hair was dry? Oh, I just took Lewis's class and I'm like drenched. All right, it's too hot in here now. Okay. What's your name? Here.
You just took bar, that's a great pop-up bar.
Yeah, and then this. What happens to the mat? Oh. It feels so good in here. It feels like a hug.
It's like a warm hug.
Are you doing a circle? I don't know. Right.
No circle. I'm not a circle girl.
Okay.
Not a circle jerk.
I like the circles. This is yin. Is this still yin? Okay. Yep. Get my yin on. All right, let me get this clean.
But I do encourage,
So this is that like lighter yoga, right? Like you hold the pose, like maybe it's not like, not, is it like relaxed?
I'll explain as we go.
There's two different kinds of yoga, well, here anyway.
Yeah.
This is the relaxing one.
Not necessarily.
Well, it's not Vanessa yoga.
Necessarily. I'll explain. There's a lot of.
I know, but isn't it yin yoga?
Yeah, yeah, I'll explain what that is.
Because I've never done the other kind, so. Right.
Did she mention any props?
I'd give bolster a block. I think that's usually what.
Sounds like a winner. Somebody's singing over here, gals, if anybody cares, I don't know.
Huh?
There's a little cell phone ding ding going on. If anybody needs it.
There's a cell phone this thing or something?
No, there's a cell phone going ding 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 from one of the cubbies.
You guys, your phone going on?
What's that?
Somebody's phone's going on.
Is it mine?
Somebody was
Probably not yours.
Carolyn. And this last one's at 10:35, right?
I'm in a meeting right now. Probably with mine, but I have to not disturb, I shouldn't hear it. Okay. 10:30, yeah. Shouldn't have to be talking for an hour, sorry. All the notifications will be on. Oh, I'm doing circles.
She said no circles.
Hi, baby.
Okay, so ladies, if you haven't already helped yourself to blocks or bolsters, please do that now. And if not, I can always break it down. But sometimes we don't even know that we want the pulling from. So we get there.
Huh?
And you need
I
props.
do.
Here's your prop. Thank you.
So let's begin, ladies. Come to a seat, just a comfortable seat, and I'll explain a little bit about my style of yin, the approach. So close your eyes and just let yourself arrive. Any comfortable seat that's working for you. Any comfortable position. You might even lay on your back. It's totally fine. So yin is, it's really a feeling, it's an energy, it's a spectrum, it's a relationship. Yin is to relaxing, as yang energy is to working. So in this practice, we're using relaxed muscles, rather than contracted muscles. It's one of the main muscles, but it's also an attitude. Yin is about surrender and accepting and really welcoming exactly everything as it is. Be a challenge. Definitely not a nothing practice. Something is happening. Something is happening. A lot of times there's a misconception that we're stretching. And again, we're actually not stretching, we're stretching. We're strengthening tissues. Fascia, really inside the whole body. We're bypassing the muscles themselves and getting into the joints, deeper, deep layers of the body. I'll definitely explain more as we go, but for now, if you haven't already done so, set your intention for your class today. How would you like to feel? Hopefully a little less chaotic, mind, a little more present, a little softer. Love it. Since everyone chose a reclined position, our first posture will be exactly where you are, over one up. So you'll walk your feet towards the bottom right corner of the mat. And if it feels good, you might stack, you might cross your left ankle over the right. Good. So marries it. Yeah, so legs are long. And then walk both of your feet over to the front right corner of your mat. Yeah, exactly. And now your upper body, your hips stay where they are, and your upper body, it goes to the top right corner of the mat. So you're turning your body into, yes, Stefani, just like Stefani, so the other way, your shoulders come the other way, yeah. Just like a banana shape. Got it? Ladies, arms, however you'd like your arms to be. Raise your arms overhead like a cactus shape. Clasp your elbows if that's feeling okay for the shoulders. Resting your arms by your sides. Always find and encourage to close your eyes so that your focus can be inward, focusing on what you're feeling. And that's another principle of this practice. Not what it looks like. It's true that we do generally describe the shape of a posture enough to distinguish it from another posture, but it's really not an alignment-based yoga class. We don't care really at all about alignment, which is kind of free. Instead, we're looking for a sensation to let us know that we're in it. And that's the saying again, if you're feeling it, then you're in it. So I'll describe the various sensations as we move through the postures. Just kind of check those off as we move through. And if you ever have questions, you can just quietly raise your hand and I'll come over and assist just to keep the vibe quiet, to keep the vibe yin-like. So here, feeling sensation all along the left side. It's the Goldilocks space. It's not too much, it's not too little. It's just right amount of sensation for you. We're not going to our next one yet. Instead, we're letting time and gravity do the work for us. Relax muscles, relax body. Holding the postures for time, that's true. Usually about 2 to 5 minutes, sometimes a little longer, maybe not as long, but that's the general range. Depending on the area of the body for you, it might feel like a long time. Sometimes it flies by, and that's just all a part of the practice. Good. Take one more breath for this side. When you're ready, in a very yin-like way, take yourself back to center, no rush. And you might even hug your knees into your chest just to find a little bit of neutral before moving to the other side. When you're ready, stretch the legs long. Walk your feet to the bottom left corner of the mat. You might cross right ankle over the left. You might cross left over the right. It's really okay. Keep your hips there as you inch your upper body shoulders to the back, to the top left corner. Finding your banana shape. A half moon, but laying down reclined. Any of those options that work for you with your arms, reaching overhead, grabbing elbows or not, having arms be alongside you, you get to choose. Though it's true, we do hold the postures for time, stillness in the postures, know that you're never stuck if you need to make an adjustment. Just right now, sensation. Stressing, stretching, feeling along the right side. Trying to feel it more across the right hip, thigh, the chest. There's no prescribed breathing technique in yin, as in you don't necessarily use ujjayi or you could. That throat breathing, just be mindful that that's a warning breath, whereas yin tends to be a warning practice. The only prescribed breathing technique is that you're breathing and feeling out the breath. Nothing to change about the breath, just to stay mindful, conscious. That's a way to stay present. Sometimes the practice takes us so deep, we find ourselves in a place between asleep and awake. That's okay too. You might even start to snore a little. It's the best compliment to a teacher. Everything is allowed in yin, as long as you're not injuring yourself. Very, very open, free practice. As we move through the class, you'll hear less and less from me, and it's not because I don't have anything to say. Yoga teachers always have something to say. It's my goal to give you time for yourself, quiet, and practice. Just want you to think I forgot about you. It's about 2 more breaths for this side. Nice and gentle, deliberate, yin-like way. Come back to center. Hug your knees in, take a little rock side to side. Good. And then when you're ready, make your way up to a seat, top of the mat. And I'll show you some options for the next posture. Suddenly I'm blanking on the yin name, but that's okay. I love that yin has different names for different postures, just to let us know that we're in yin land. We're not in yang land. I'll think of it and I'll let you know when I remember. So this one, there's a lot of pressure on your feet, your knees, your ankles, which can be great for some people, but too much for some people. So you can always prop up. You can sit on a block, and of course there's levels. You can stack blocks. And then I want to show you some options with the direction of your feet. So your feet can come saddle, that's what it's called, saddle. Your feet can come inward and your knees can go outward, some kind of variation of that. Or if it feels better, and it's just depending on your anatomy that you were born with, your knees come in and your feet go out. So different, just feels different, not better or worse, but just different. So options with the feet, options with the blocks, and then more options, which I love, 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 is to have a bolster, maybe several, kind of build some height with the blocks, with the props. And then I love to recline. Just give the weight over to the props. If this is no good at all for your knees, your ankles, it's just not going to work, then there's another way to do this one leg at a time, and I can show you that too. But it looks like everyone's come on, they're scary. So we don't, let's try again. It's not. Oh my gosh. So don't force anything. If that's feeling like too much. Yeah. Okay, come on, that's fine. Sorry. Oh my gosh. Remember that it's not important the depth. That can really kind of be a mind thing for us, right? Because we're so used to striving, forcing, pushing, like more is better in our culture, and we take that into yoga. But this practice gives us permission to be exactly where we are. Striving, the opposite of striving. Allowing, yielding. Doesn't mean that nothing's happening. Again, something is definitely happening. It's not a restorative yoga class, that's the thing. Restorative yoga is a wonderful thing. When you're so propped up that there's no sensation, there's nothing, I mean, there's something happening, but there's no sensation in the body. This is not that. We are creating stress in order to create strength of the tissues. But again, it's the Goldilocks place, not too much, not too little, just right for you. Here for about 3 more breaths or so. I know it took some of us a little while to find the place, so no rush. Your exhale to soften, to surrender in just a little deeper. use your hands and your elbows. Good, ladies. So good. Now gently come forward to all fours. And we can push up to a down dog, or you might just stretch from a tabletop one leg back at a time. And yeah, circle the ankle, the knee, bend and straighten. Getting some of that blood flow back in. Good. And when you're ready, switch to the other side. Again, lots of sensation. Good. And when you're ready, meet me on your belly for a classic, a yin classic, yin, Sphinx. So laying on your belly, resting on your forearms. And because we're in yin land, we're relaxed. So you can even slouch. I love the freedom. You can even slouch. Relax your glutes, your legs. So there's no muscle contraction. Options for the legs, they can just go where they go. You can bring your legs wider than your mat, and you'll probably feel a little more sensation in the low back. That's the area that we're targeting. The weight kind of tips more forward that way. Conversely, if you want less sensation, bring your legs in a little closer. And then when we're in it for a little while, I'll give you the option to straighten the arms, but first we'll just kind of be here and let the tissues kind of respond. If you were to look in the side mirror, you might even see your low back making a real significant dip there. So that's the area that we're targeting, the low back, where the vertebra change directions and then they change names right there. The lower lumbar spine. This one's referred a lot in physical therapy. People recovering from back injuries, back surgeries, or just wanting to prevent back pain. Excellent way to nourish the tissues, to support the spine. And I also love that the fronts of the hips get to be open. We spend so much time, right, seated. The hips are nice and open here. If you want a little more, and only if, remembering we're not striving, and you can walk your hands a little more forward and work towards straightening the arms, but there's still a little softening in the elbows. This is seal. It's the yin version of upward facing dog. Notice that the glutes might start to tense and activate. That's, protection mechanism, but soften the glutes. And then you might sink in a little deeper. And if that ever feels like too much, you just want to come back to Sphinx, you can lower down, or you can even come down to crocodile, resting your forehead on your crossed hands. And still something's happening there. We're finding your place, and you can always change your mind at this one, especially. I move up and down and up and down. We're finding for a layer of sensation. to Sphinx pose. And from Sphinx pose down to crocodile. And send some breath into your low back, your low spine. And from here, cactus your arms like a cactus shape, like a goalpost shape. Left ear down, look towards the right, and bring your right knee up towards your right armpit. Just as much or as little feels good for you. Sleeping baby can be a really nice counter after the compression in the spine. From here, stretch the left arm away, just like half of a capital T. Bring the right hand underneath your right shoulder. Use that hand, push down, and roll onto the left shoulder just as much as feels good for you. If you're experiencing a stretch in the neck and you like it to stay, if it feels like too much, you can have a problem with your left ear. Won't be here for too long because the shoulders don't need much time. They're not like the hips, they're a little more delicate. Take some time to open the chest and the shoulder. One more breath here. Come back to your belly, to the goalpost shape with your arms. Look to the left for sleeping baby first. Bring your left knee up towards your left shoulder, just as much as feels good for you. And really gentle belly down twist. And breathing out. Moving into that shoulder opener, the right arm stretches out, just like half of the capital T. Yeah. The left hand can come in a little closer, just for support. Push down and roll onto the right shoulder, just as much as feels good. You might even just stay on your belly, that's fine too. Or that place where something's happening, it's not too much, it's not too little, the just right place. Into the shoulder, the chest. Taking some time to counter all that forward folding we do unconsciously. Dropping the chin and having shoulders forward. It's good to open that space up. Another breath. And nice and gentle, come back to your belly. Push yourself up to a seat. into swan, the yin version of pigeon. Options, there's the way to approach it like you would pigeon, and then there's the way to approach it like you would eye of the needle if you have any knee stuff, and it's not good to have pressure on the knee. If it feels painful for any reason, then you'll come onto your back and cross your right ankle over your left. You can stay there or pull the shape in and even rest the foot on a block, and that just lifts the shape up closer to you without you having to do any work. So just be mindful if you're in the upright position that you don't start to, strive for that yang pigeon that we're used to doing, but instead you find a place something's happening. It's not your maximum, so you can prop up. Sometimes you're so flexible that you just go there, right? But you can prop. You can have a block underneath the right hip, underneath the left thigh, even. And you can also have your bolster. I love that, just like Stefania's got it, right, kind of right, like a baby. And then you just hold on to it, give it a hug, and give all the weight over to your prop. Sensation in the outer right in the thigh. And you might also feel a lot of sensation to the front of your left hip behind you. Relax the jaw, softening anywhere you can, especially for hips. There can be a lot of sensation. There's a lot of resistance. Now, a common to experience a feeling of antsiness or frustration, welcoming all the thoughts, Just like a slideshow. Let them slide on through. About 2 more breaths for this side. Using your exhales to surrender in a little deeper. In your own timing, use your inhale for support. A little abdominal activation for some support. Another one, there can be a lot of sensation coming out, so be mindful, be gentle. You can tuck your toes, send the right leg up and back, three-legged table, or even push it up to a down dog and bend, straighten, and circle it out, and lean the ankles in. Lots of sensation, blood flow, circulation, rinsing it all out. When you're ready, moving into the other side, remembering, especially with this one, the other side can really feel like the other side. So if there's any pain in the knee, the ankle, or the hip, it's just not feeling right for you, come onto your back. Crossing ankle over the knee. And using the props again. Preparing to exit the posture in a yin-like way, using your hands and abdominals. Good. Tuck your toes and release. Send the left leg back. Bend and straighten, whatever you need from a down dog, from a tabletop. Good. And when you're ready, come into a seat. And we've taken the spine, a lot of times back bending. That could have been considered a forward fold for sure. But now we will get into just a classic forward fold. So there's some different options. The legs can be relatively close. You can open your legs a little wider. And then before we do anything else, I want to also distinguish that in life we have tuckers and we have tilters. Two kinds of people. So notice who you are. If you're a tucker, it's going to be real hard to come forward because your hips just naturally are underneath you. So what can really be helpful is to prop, literally pull the fleshy part out of the way, but you can sit onto the edge of your mat. Just give yourself a little bit of height, doesn't even take much, or roll up a blanket, something like that, just to kind of get the seat out from underneath of you. And then you can just stay right here and enjoy stretching to the backs of the legs, or you can come forward any amount. And I love to have bolster or block even to stack the forehead to rest your body onto. And then as we progress through the posture, though we're not trying to go deeper necessarily, but I will let you know that, okay, we've got another minute or so if you want to take a prop away and just notice how gravity is working to pull you down. Just an option. One more thing to say about this, if there's any cervical issues, if it feels contraindicated, if it doesn't feel good to let the head drop, then you can just stay in the upright position and enjoy the leg stretch. Gentle stress to the tissues along the backs of the legs, the hamstrings. Gentle tugging, stressing the back of the spine, the back of the back. There's the front of the back of the back, the side of the back. So front side of the back, that's your belly side, a gentle massage, internal organs. Now the back of the back gets to be open. Release that relationship. One side affecting the other side. Time. It's an option. You don't have to take all the options. See if that gravity. relax in this pose, sinking in a little deeper. Start to gently, slowly, in a yin-like way. Use your hands even to walk up your legs. Uncurl the spine so the head is the very last thing up. And then scooch a little forward if you need to, and lay onto your back. Rub your knees in, take a little rock side to side to side. We're moving into a reclined twist. You can definitely feel free to take any variation that you like, or feet down and knees up. Let your knees fall to the right. More options. You can let the legs stay exactly as they are, or another option, take the right foot and hook it on top of your left knee. It's going to just kind of gently help to pull the knee downward, but not forcing the force. If you prefer another version or variation with the legs, by all means. Twist happen naturally. Staying such a great way to end the practice. Helps to neutralize the spine, just helps to neutralize everything. The deeper the forward breaths, the more that internal rinse starts to happen for the organs as well. Go back to center. Switch to the other side. Any variation that's working for you. Can be the same, it can be different. Go wide-legged, feet down, knees fall left, and try up your right, your left knee pull right. Towards the right, looking upwards, if that's better for your forehead. And you're just letting trying to mix that massage. Inhale back to the center for a final hug, a squeeze. And release into Shavasana, which is the last posture. You can prop if you'd like to underneath the knees, something like a bolster under the knees, or you can just lay down on the floor, support you. Letting the practice circulate here. Stillness, deep surrender, deep relaxation. Eyes closed and settling. If you feel you need or want more time in this quiet space, please give yourself permission to stay. It's not often that we allow ourselves to be quiet and still and calm. So you can stay right here. Maybe if you'd like to be guided out of your practice, just wiggle the fingers and the toes. Nice and gentle, no rush. And in your own timing, with your eyes closed, roll to your favorite side, using your arm like a pillow. Still feeling the support of the mat, the ground, the practice. own timing, make your way to a comfortable seat. Rest your hands on your knees and lengthen up a little through the spine. Slight tuck of the chin so the neck is long. And just notice how you feel in your body and your mind. Like a little inventory, just checking in. We'll seal the practice with 3 big breaths together. Inhale the arms out and up to take all the calm, the peace, the transformation. Palms feet up at the top. And then exhale it right down through the crown of your head, connecting you to the universe. Down through the third eye, you can see the bigger picture of your life. Through the throat space, speaking your truth with kindness, and land it right into your heart. 2 more times. Inhale the arms up. And exhale the hands to the heart. 1 more time. Inhale up. And exhale down. Bow your head to your heart and thank yourself for doing something so good for your body and mind. I'm so grateful that you did, the light. Sometimes we travel with yin. We go to outer space.